if you use this strategy for only 30 days, you can completely become profitable. And I'm not talking about the silver bullet strategy. I'm talking about the Judas swing strategy that I've personally been using, and it's been making me thousands and thousands of dollars. So let's stop all the talking and we can get straight into the strategy. So this works on 12 a.m. to 5 a.m. time frame from London session, and this is UTC -4, which I'm be using it on. Okay, what you need to do is mark out the Asian sessions highs and the lows. So it starts off kind of similar to the silver bullet, but it's not really, right? Let me just explain. So you start off with obviously marking out the highs of Asian session, and you mark out the lows of Asian session right there and right there. And after you do this, what you need to do from here on out is mark out the 12 a.m. Judas candle, right? So as you can see, if I play price forward right now, waiting for 12 a.m. Judas candle, right? So it's right here what we need to play it to. So if I play it all the way to here, there we go, we just got the Judas candle. And what we're going to be doing as soon as we actually mark out the Judas candle, we're going to mark out the actual open, right? As you can see, this is our open Judas candle, right? And as soon as we actually do this, what we need to do from here on out becomes very, very important, because there's one rule. Okay, you need to wait for price to actually fake out into the Judas candle, and then you need to wait for it to sweep one of these two areas, either the Asian sessions highs or the lows. And once it sweeps one of these two, then you need to trade the reversal, right? So we're waiting for the actual Judas swing to happen, right? So if I play price forward now, you can see price have just gone into the highs of the Judas swing candle, which is very, very good now that we know that. And now we're just waiting for price to actually completely sweep, the highs, right? So as you can see, completely swept the highs. So liquidity sweep right there. So as soon as we get this liquidity sweep, now we know that we're taking the trade towards the downside, and we're going to enter and make a lot of profits, going towards the downside, right? So what I'm going to be doing now is actually waiting for price to give me that confirmation, give me that, breakage of structure towards the downside, right? So all I'm looking for now is finding a breakage of structure where fractional lows get swept, and then I'm reinforcing it with an engulfing candlestick if it's possible, right? So I don't have to, but if I do find one, I can reinforce it with it, right? So I keep playing price forward. As you can see, we're getting very, very good candles right now, and I'm looking for a specific level to get swept, which is this right here. And as you can see, it's completely been swept. This is our market structure shift, and I'm going to be explaining the fractional side behind it soon. Okay, so make sure you do listen carefully. Right, so as soon as we actually do get this, what we need to do now becomes very, very crucial, right? What we're looking for now is the actual fair value gap. So we're identifying a fair value gap, and then we overlap with the market structure shift to get a higher probability. Now, as you can see, I'm going to be placing my fair value gap not at the extreme level, but I'm going to be placing it at the very closest level to my actual market structure shift, right? As you can see right here, let me just name this fair value gap. Very, very easy, very amazing. So as soon as I mark out my fair value gap, all I'm doing now is actually placing my short position right there, placing my stop loss just above this area, and placing my actual take profit at the Asian sessions lows, right? So if I do actually zoom out, as you can see, this is Asian sessions lows. I'm just going to be putting it right there, right? Now if I play price forward, let me just move this over so you guys can see. Now if I play price forward, you can see how it enters right there, not even closing above the fair value gap. None of the bodies are closing above the fair value gap, and as you can see, it's going towards the downside now, right? It's a very, very good trade, and this is on NAS 100. Okay, so you can see how easily it works on NAS 100. As you can see, it's a very easy trade, and now it's going towards the downside, completely smashing our take profit, right? So if you were to have a 1-to-3 risk reward ratio trade, this would have easily smashed it, right? I have a 1-to-8 right here. Okay, so this is a 1-to-8 risk to reward ratio trade. So if you had anywhere between 1-to-3, as you can see, it would have easily smashed it. 1-to-5 easily smashed it. But if you get too greedy, just like I did here, 1-to-8, it didn't actually fully hit take profit, even though I would have already had my stop losses at break even. So I would have already had this anywhere around here once it got past my level. So if it does go back down, I could have still made a 1-to-3 risk to reward ratio trade, right? I'm going to show you this on a fundamental level, on actual, on a normal lines. But just before I show you that, if you're still struggling to actually get a payout with any prop firm, listen, the prop firm you're using is not good at all, because the one that we're partnered with, listen, this is what we do for our clients. We completely get them payouts just like this. And as you can see, he just wanted to thank us. He's been able to take care of his family, pay off his house, all thanks to MSPAS. Because at MSPAS, we help you get the account for cheap, and then we get you funded in literally 4 to 5 days. We pass your account, get you funded, and then we manage your account, and in the first 21 days, you can withdraw a payout. You can see our literal real results on MetaTrader 4 right here. 8%, 8.22% monthly, okay, and daily we make around 0.30%. And this is such easy work for us. As you can see right here, we pass the account and we get you fully funded and we get you a full payout, right? So this is such an amazing community. Make sure you do click the first link in the description and join, because only 5 people are allowed in every single day, and you never actually have to pay before you get a payout, which is the craziest part about our service. Make sure you do join and tap in with us. Okay, so what you need to do now is wait for Asian session to do whatever it wants. Okay, so let's say this is Asian session. What we're doing is waiting for Asian session to do its thing, right? We're waiting for it to do whatever it wants. But once it gets to our specific trading time, you mark out the highs and you mark out the lows, right? And as soon as you mark out the highs and the lows, what you're doing now is marking out your 12 a.m. candle too. So this is our 12 a.m. Judas candle. Let me just actually mark this out so there's no confusion. So this is our Judas candle right there. Spelled it a little bit wrong, but it doesn't matter, it's fine. As soon as we mark out our Judas candle, what we're looking for now is waiting for the actual fake out. So let's say price actually gives us a fake out like this. As you can see, it gives us a fake out where it actually takes out all the actual traders that are in these areas. Let's say there was a few traders that are actually putting their trades like this. They would have easily been stopped out if they had a trade like that, which is just very amazing for us, because now we know price will fuel up and go all the way towards the upside. So what we're looking for now, this is our liquidity sweep. This is our real liquidity sweep, and the Judas swing actually happens from the fake out area all the way down to the liquidity sweep. So this is our Judas area right here. I forgot to mark it down here. So our Judas area here would have been this, right? So from this wick all the way to this high, right? So that would have been our Judas swing right there, all the way to the top. And as you can see right here, this is our Judas swing, and this one all the way to the bottom. And as soon as we get this, now what we need to do is wait for the market structure shift. As you can see, we're looking for a movement like this. So let's say we got this movement, market structure shift. This is it, market structure shift right there. And as soon as we get a market structure shift, now we can enter our fair value gap. But there was one thing I didn't explain earlier, and it is the fractional high or the fractional low. As you can see, why did we actually choose this candle? Why did we not choose any of these candles right here or any of these wicks? Let me tell you the exact reason why I choose this candle. Okay, and let me tell you exactly how you can actually mark out your fractional low and your fractional high, right? As you can see, that's candle number 1, this is candle number 2, and this is candle number 3. Right, so let's say these 3 candles, and we have, there we go, there's the wicks, there's wick number 2, there's another wick, and here is another wick. Okay, so if I was to ask you which one of these 3 is actually the fractional low, you'd probably say the most recent one right here, but it is actually the one in the middle, because a fractional low is a series of 3 candles where the candle in the middle has the lowest wick. It is whatever candle in the middle. Okay, it can be a lot of different candles. It doesn't have it to be a specific series of 3, but it just has to have a pair of 3 candles, and the one that has the lowest wick is the fractional low. And this goes for the highs as well. So in this instance right here, if we had this type of candles, obviously the highest one would win, and as you can see, this one with the highest wick would win my fractional high. Anyway, you get the point, right? So as you can see, fractional high right here. So as soon as we get a fractional high right there, what we're looking for now is actually the fair value gap. Okay, you can go for the extreme, or you can go for the one that just overlaps with the market structure shift, but I'm going to be going for the extreme. So this is going to be my fair value gap right here. I'm going to be putting my actual long position right there too, placing my stop loss just at the highs of Asian session, placing my take profit at anywhere around this area. So it's a 1 to 3 reward ratio, right? As you can see, it's a 1 to 9.2. It's a 2.98 to 1, so 1 to 2.98. Very good trade. All we're doing now is literally waiting for price to actually come back down into the area, enter the fair value gap, go up and completely smash the take profit. Okay, very easy, very simple. Anyone can get this, but not everyone can make money off this. So if you are one of these people who can make money off this, congratulations to you. But if you're not and you really need help, make sure you click the first link in the description, join the Forex family right now, so I can personally help you get payouts like this and, you know, get results like this. You can literally just pause the video and read it. Very amazing stuff. Anyway, that's gonna be the end of the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.